If you're over 60, every breakfast you eat, every sip, every bite, can either protect your heart or quietly wear it down. And while most seniors believe they're doing the right thing by avoiding fried foods or cutting back on red meat, what if I told you that some of the most common healthy breakfasts may actually be setting your heart up for failure? As a heart doctor with over 30 years of experience treating older adults, I've seen this pattern far too many times. Patients who believe they're eating clean, granola, fruit juice, flavored yogurt, yet still struggle with high blood pressure, fatigue, dizziness, and irregular heart rhythms. They don't realize that some breakfast foods are not just unhelpful, they're silently harmful. This guide will walk you through 9 breakfast habits that may be quietly damaging your heart, and what you should eat instead to feel energized, steady, and truly protected. The first one might already be sitting on your table right now, and the last one could change the way you approach breakfast forever. Please stay with me. Your next heartbeat may depend on what you learn next. 1. White bread and jam. Starting your morning with a dangerous sugar spike. For decades, many of my senior patients have told me the same thing. Doctor, I don't eat anything heavy in the morning, just a slice of toast with a little jam. That's got to be better than bacon and eggs, right? They say it with pride, as if they've made a safe, heart-conscious choice. But the truth is, that innocent little breakfast, to the white bread, the sweet fruit jam, is one of the most damaging ways to start your day if you're over 60 and trying to protect your heart. Let me explain why, clearly and honestly. White bread is made from refined flour, stripped of fiber, stripped of nutrients. What you're left with is essentially sugar in disguise. When you eat a slice of white toast, especially paired with jam, which often contains added sugars even when it says fruit only, you're flooding your bloodstream with rapid, empty carbohydrates. Your blood sugar spikes, your insulin races to respond, and then, just an hour later, you crash. Here's the problem. If you're over 60, your metabolism doesn't recover like it once did. When your blood sugar spikes and crashes every morning, your body goes into a low-grade inflammatory state. That inflammation quietly damages the inner lining of your arteries, stiffens your blood vessels, and contributes to plaque buildup in your coronary arteries. Your heart has to pump harder, your blood becomes more insulin-resistant, and over time, this seemingly small habit becomes part of a much larger problem: chronic inflammation, rising cholesterol, rising blood pressure, and ultimately, heart disease. 2. Instant breakfast cereals. The heart-healthy lie that's hurting seniors every morning. Every time I walk down the breakfast aisle at the grocery store, I feel a quiet frustration. Rows of brightly colored boxes promise heart-healthy, low-fat, whole grain, or cholesterol-lowering. These labels are designed to earn your trust, especially if you're over 60 and doing your best to make responsible food choices. But for many of my senior patients, these cereals aren't helping their hearts, they're hurting them. Most instant breakfast cereals, even the ones labeled whole grain or for heart health, are packed with refined grains, added sugars, artificial flavors, and hidden sodium, a dangerous combination, especially for an aging cardiovascular system. When you pour yourself a bowl of cereal that looks healthy but isn't, here's what's actually happening inside your body. Your blood sugar spikes rapidly because there's little to no fiber to slow the digestion. That spike triggers a surge of insulin. If you're over 60, your body often struggles to manage that insulin response, especially if you're insulin resistant, pre-diabetic, or on certain medications. The result? Chronic inflammation, vascular stress, and over time, accelerated plaque buildup in your arteries. But it's not just the sugar. Many instant cereals also contain added sodium, often hidden in the form of flavor enhancers and preservatives. You may not taste it, but your heart feels it. 3. Sausages and bacon, the savory breakfast tradition that's slowly clogging your arteries. If there's one scent that evokes memories of Saturday mornings and family gatherings, It's the smell of sizzling bacon or sausage in the kitchen. For many older Americans, these foods are more than just breakfast because they're tradition, comfort, and a reminder of home. But as a physician who has treated aging hearts for over 3 decades, I must tell you, these comforting staples are quietly contributing to a crisis inside your body. A crisis you may not feel until it's too late. Bacon and sausage, no matter how crisp or lean they claim to be, are packed with saturated fat, sodium, and dangerous preservatives like nitrates and nitrites. These compounds, especially when consumed regularly, directly damage the lining of your arteries, inflame your cardiovascular system, and raise your risk for high blood pressure, atherosclerosis, and eventually, heart failure or stroke. After the age of 60, your arteries naturally become less elastic. Your body doesn't process fats and sodium the way it used to. What your heart could once handle in your 40s now becomes a struggle. Each morning you start your day with processed meats. You're placing your heart under unnecessary stress, forcing it to work harder to pump blood through increasingly narrow vessels, like trying to push water through a garden hose that's slowly filling with cement. 4. Muffins, pancakes, and syrups. The light breakfast that's weighing down your heart. There's something undeniably comforting about a warm muffin, a short stack of pancakes, or waffles drizzled with syrup. For many older Americans, these foods bring back memories, brunches with grandchildren, quiet mornings with a newspaper, a sweet treat to start the day. But for seniors over 60, these seemingly innocent breakfast staples can be quietly setting your heart up for failure. Muffins, pancakes, and similar baked goods are often made with refined white flour, added sugars, and trans fats, a deadly combination for the aging heart. Refined flour breaks down quickly into glucose, spiking blood sugar levels almost immediately. When that's combined with syrup or powdered sugar, it delivers a massive sugar load that your body, especially after 60, struggles to process. As we age, our insulin sensitivity naturally declines, meaning our bodies can't lower blood sugar as efficiently. Those big morning sugar spikes trigger inflammation in your blood vessels, damage the lining of your arteries, and increase oxidative stress, which leads to plaque buildup, the silent beginning of heart disease. Even worse, these kinds of breakfasts rarely contain fiber or protein to slow digestion or support healthy cholesterol. Instead, they offer a fast-burning, nutrient-empty rush that fades quickly, leaving you tired, foggy, and unknowingly vulnerable. 5. Bottled fruit juices. The healthy morning drink that's spiking your blood sugar. There's something comforting about starting your day with a glass of orange juice. For generations, it's been the image of health, a bright, cheerful drink that says, "I'm doing something good for myself." But for seniors over 60, that innocent-looking glass of juice may be doing more harm than good, especially to your heart. Here's the hard truth. Most bottled fruit juices, even the ones labeled 100% juice or no sugar added, are loaded with natural sugars and stripped of the fiber that keeps those sugars in check. Without fiber, the sugar from fruit is absorbed into your bloodstream almost instantly. For someone over 60, whose body metabolizes sugar more slowly, that means blood sugar spikes, inflammation, and a stressed-out cardiovascular system before your day has even begun. When your blood sugar spikes suddenly, it causes your pancreas to release a large amount of insulin. For seniors who may already be insulin-resistant or managing pre-diabetes, this surge can set off a dangerous chain of events. Unstable energy, sharp crashes, cravings, and worse, damage to the lining of your arteries. Over time, this contributes to the very things you're likely trying to prevent: high blood pressure, atherosclerosis, and heart rhythm problems. 6. Flavored coffee drinks. The hidden sugar bomb that's waking up your heart the wrong way. For many older Americans, morning doesn't start without coffee. It's a ritual, a comfort, a small moment of joy. And there's nothing wrong with coffee itself. When it's simple and black, it can even be heart healthy. But over the years, our culture has transformed coffee into something else entirely, a dessert in disguise. Flavored coffee drinks, tuvos, frothy, sweet, colorful concoctions you find at cafes or make with flavored creamers at home may feel like a harmless indulgence. But for a heart that's aged beyond 60, they are a dangerous blend of sugar, saturated fats, and stimulants that silently stress your cardiovascular system before the sun has even risen. Many popular coffee drinks can contain anywhere from 25 to 50 grams of sugar in a single serving. That's more sugar than a donut. When that much sugar enters your bloodstream, especially in liquid form, it causes a rapid insulin spike, followed by a crash that leaves you tired, anxious, and craving more sugar later in the day. But that's not the only concern. These drinks also combine sugar with caffeine, which raises your heart rate and blood pressure. For someone in their 60s, 70s, or beyond, it can lead to palpitations, arrhythmias, or even cardiac distress, especially if you're already on blood pressure medications or taking beta blockers. 7. Granola and dried fruit, the crunchy health food that's overloading your heart. For many older adults, a small bowl of granola, topped with raisins or dried cranberries, feels like the perfect healthy breakfast. It's light, crunchy, sweet but not too sweet, and gives the impression of being natural and nourishing. That's why so many seniors tell me proudly, "Doctor, I don't eat pastries or fast food. I start my day with a handful of granola and some fruit." But here's what most of them don't realize. Granola and dried fruit are some of the most deceptive health foods on the shelf. For a heart over 60, they can become a quiet but constant threat. Store-bought granola often contains added sugars, saturated fats, and even sodium, ingredients used to improve flavor and extend shelf life. A single serving can easily contain 15 to 25 grams of sugar and over 200 calories before you even add milk or yogurt. What looks like a modest, heart-healthy breakfast can quickly turn into a blood sugar bomb. And then there's the dried fruit. Unlike fresh fruit, which contains water and fiber that help slow sugar absorption, dried fruit is concentrated in natural sugars and often coated with added sweeteners or preservatives. When you combine granola and dried fruit, you're giving your body a quick hit of glucose without the fiber, protein, or fat needed to buffer it. 8. Flavored yogurt. The gut-friendly breakfast that's quietly spiking your blood sugar. Yogurt has long been seen as a health hero, a gentle, creamy comfort food that promotes digestion, strengthens bones, and supports a healthy gut. It's one of the most common breakfast choices for older adults who are trying to eat light and balanced. But if the yogurt you're eating is flavored, vanilla, strawberry, blueberry, honey, you may be starting your day with more sugar than a candy bar. And for seniors over 60, that's a dangerous game to play with your heart. Flavored yogurts are often highly processed, containing added sugars, artificial flavors, preservatives, and sweetened fruit purees. The problem is not the yogurt itself, it's what's been added to it. A small 6-ounce container of flavored yogurt can contain 18 to 25 grams of sugar. That's 5 to 6 teaspoons, before you even get to your toast or fruit. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at managing sudden glucose surges. When you flood your body with hidden sugars, especially first thing in the morning, it causes rapid spikes in blood sugar followed by crashes, leading to inflammation, erratic energy, and increased demand on your cardiovascular system. These repeated glucose swings wear down the lining of your blood vessels, contributing to atherosclerosis, the narrowing and hardening of arteries that increases the risk for heart attack, stroke, and chronic heart failure. 9. Skipping breakfast, the nothing is better myth that's slowly weakening your heart. For many older adults, skipping breakfast feels like a small sacrifice. You're not hungry in the morning, or maybe you're trying to lose a few pounds. You sip your coffee, maybe take your meds, and figure you'll eat something later. But what seems like a harmless habit, or even a healthy one, is in fact one of the most dangerous things you can do to your heart after 60. I want to say this as clearly as possible. Your heart does not like to be ignored in the morning. When you skip breakfast, your body doesn't just quietly wait. It activates your stress response system, releasing cortisol and adrenaline to keep your blood sugar up and your energy going. That might have worked well in your 30s and 40s, but after 60, your cardiovascular system is less flexible, more vulnerable, and already carrying the weight of a lifetime of stress. This hormonal surge increases blood pressure, tightens your blood vessels, and places your heart in a prolonged state of tension before you've even begun your day. Without food, your medications, especially for blood pressure, diabetes, or heart rhythm, may absorb too quickly or unevenly, causing dizziness, fainting, or dangerous blood sugar crashes. Many of my patients report feeling foggy, weak, or lightheaded in the late morning. Often, they don't realize that it's because they took their meds without food and never gave their heart the fuel it needed. So what should seniors eat for breakfast? The heart protective choices that fuel healing after 60. After hearing about all the common breakfast foods that can quietly harm your heart, it's natural to feel a bit overwhelmed. You might be thinking, well then, what's left? What can I eat that won't put my health at risk? That's exactly the right question, because the truth is, after age 60, your body isn't just eating to stay full, it's eating to stay alive. Every meal, especially the first one of the day, is an opportunity to either burden or heal your heart. And when you choose the right foods, even small changes can create a powerful ripple effect in your health, lowering inflammation, balancing blood sugar, supporting blood pressure, and giving your heart the nutrients it so desperately needs to keep beating strong. If you're over 60, here are breakfast staples that actively protect your heart. Oats, preferably steel-cut or rolled, unsweetened, high in soluble fiber that lowers LDL cholesterol. Avocados provide heart-healthy monounsaturated fats and potassium. Eggs, boiled or poached, rich in protein and nutrients, especially when not fried or paired with bacon. Greek yogurt, plain, offers probiotics, calcium, and protein without added sugar. Berries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, rich in antioxidants that reduce arterial inflammation. Nuts and seeds, almonds, walnuts, chia or flax seeds, support healthy blood vessels. Cooked vegetables, spinach, zucchini, or carrots sautéed lightly in olive oil can make a hearty, savory breakfast. Whole grain toast or sprouted bread provides fiber and complex carbs that keep blood sugar stable. Olive oil, a better fat for sautéing than butter or margarine, with proven heart benefits. These foods do something important. They work with your medications, not against them. They support healthy blood flow, prevent sudden sugar crashes, and lower your inflammatory burden, a crucial factor in avoiding heart failure, stroke, and cognitive decline. And the best part? You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Small, steady habits build a strong, resilient heart over time. Your heart still has time, and so do you. If you've made it this far, I want to tell you something that too few seniors ever hear. You are not too late. No matter your age, 60, 70, 80, or even beyond, your heart still has time to heal, to strengthen, and to carry you forward. But the choices you make, starting today, will determine how well it can do that. Your heart is not invincible, but it is faithful. It's been beating quietly inside your chest since the day you were born, without applause, without complaint. It has endured your grief, your stress, your sleepless nights. It has adapted to surgeries, medications, loss, love, and every mile you've walked on this earth. But now, more than ever, it's asking for your attention. You deserve to feel good in your body. You deserve to feel steady, clear, and capable. Not because you're chasing youth, but because you're respecting the life you've worked so hard to build. So here's my final message to you. Your next heartbeat is a gift. Your next meal is a chance. Your next decision can either strain your heart or serve it. Choose to serve it. You are not done. your story is not over. And your heart, if you care for it, still has so much left to give.